Sabrina Carpenter walked onto the 2026 Grammy red carpet in a custom Valentino gown that stopped everyone in their tracks, and what made this moment even more extraordinary was the emotional story behind the dress itself. This is how one white lace masterpiece became the most talked about look of the night, honoring a fashion legend while cementing Carpenter's status as a true style icon. Picture this scene at the Crypto.com arena on February 1st, 2026. The 68th annual Grammy Awards red carpet felt unusually subdued, with most celebrities choosing head-to-toe black outfits in solidarity with political protests. Artists wore eyes-out pins, the mood hung heavy, and the usual Grammy glamour seemed muted. Then Sabrina Carpenter arrived, and suddenly the red carpet had its shining moment. The 26-year-old singer emerged in a custom white Valentino creation that took your breath away. This wasn't just any designer gown, this was a masterpiece designed by Alessandro Michele that had been 3 months in the making, crafted through 4 separate fittings to achieve absolute perfection. The dress featured a sheer white base with a nude-toned lining, completely covered in intricate beadwork that caught every camera flash like captured starlight. The gown's construction was a study in romantic femininity. It had a softly structured bodice that hugged Carpenter's frame perfectly, flowing into fluttery short sleeves that moved like butterfly wings with every step. The skirt was pure poetry in motion, tiered and ruffled layers that created an ample, dream-like silhouette. But it was the embellishment work that truly set this dress apart. Every inch was covered in white beads, tiny pearls, and crystals, creating what fashion critics immediately dubbed a glamorous, girly take on the naked dress. The sheer cape-like sleeves dipped into a subtle V neckline, while the floral bodice showcased even more intricate embellishment work. This was naked dressing elevated to an art form, revealing without being obvious, sophisticated without losing its playful edge. The dress managed to be both ethereal and grounded, classic yet completely contemporary. Carpenter's styling choices perfectly complemented the gown's romantic aesthetic. Her signature blonde Hollywood waves were elegantly tucked behind her neck, creating a timeless silhouette that let the dress take center stage. Her makeup was the epitome of elegant glam, glowy skin with rosy blush that gave her doe-eyed innocence, white eyeliner that brightened her entire face, and a soft rosy lip that tied the whole look together. This wasn't just getting dressed for an awards show, this was creating a complete vision. But here's where this story takes on deeper meaning. The debut of this Valentino masterpiece came just 13 days after the fashion house's legendary founder, Valentino Garavani, passed away at age 93 on January 19, 2026. Valentino died peacefully at his Rome home, surrounded by loved ones, marking the end of an era for one of fashion's most influential figures. For Carpenter to wear a custom Valentino creation designed by Alessandro Michele so soon after the founder's death transformed her red carpet moment into something approaching tribute. Valentino Garavani had spent decades creating gowns for the world's most celebrated women. Born in Voghera, Italy in 1932, he built a fashion empire known for its romantic elegance and impeccable craftsmanship. His designs had graced everyone from Jackie Kennedy to Julia Roberts, and his influence on red carpet fashion was immeasurable. When Carpenter stepped onto that Grammy red carpet in Michele's creation, she was carrying forward that legacy of making women feel like absolute royalty. The timing wasn't lost on fashion insiders. Just 10 days after Valentino's funeral in Rome, here was his fashion house presenting one of its most stunning recent creations on music's biggest night. It felt intentional, meaningful, a celebration of the artistry and romance that Valentino's had brought to fashion for over 6 decades. Carpenter's choice to wear white amid the sea of black-clad attendees positioned her as a beacon of light on an otherwise politically charged evening, while her fellow artists made important statements about immigration policy policies and social justice issues, Carpenter's presence offered something different, a reminder that fashion can be joyful, that glamour has its place, and that sometimes the most powerful statement is simply celebrating beauty and craftsmanship. The dress also represented a significant moment in Carpenter's own fashion evolution. This is an artist who started her career on Disney's Girl Meets World and has spent recent years carefully crafting her image as she transitioned from teen star to serious musical artist. Her fashion choices have become increasingly sophisticated, and she's developed a reputation for re-wearing vintage pieces previously worn by legends like Marilyn Monroe and Cher. Just recently, she'd worn a vintage Bob Mackie gown previously worn by Madonna in 1991, connecting herself to decades of style icons. But at the 2026 Grammys, Carpenter seemed more comfortable pioneering a look rather than recreating one. This custom Valentino represented her confidence in her own style voice, her willingness to take risks, and her understanding that sometimes fashion is about creating moments that people will remember for years to come. The numbers behind this Grammy appearance tell their own story. Carpenter arrived at the ceremony with 6 nominations for her album Man's Best Friend Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Pop Solo Performance, and Best Music Video for Manchild. This represented a massive leap from the previous year when she'd won her first 2 Grammys for Espresso and her album Short and Sweet. Man's Best Friend, released on August 29, 2025, had debuted at number 1 in 18 countries and was certified platinum in the United States. In the UK, it achieved the biggest album debut by an international artist in 2025, selling over 85,500 units. The album, produced with Jack Antonoff and John Ryan, marked a bold artistic evolution for Carpenter, exploring themes of dominance, submission, and emotional complexity through metaphorical relationships. The album had generated its own controversy, with cover artwork that some criticized while others saw as satirical commentary on misogynistic expectations. Carpenter had defended her artistic choices, telling CBS Mornings, "It is not for the pearl clutchers. The album is not for any pearl clutchers." Her Grammy look felt like an extension of that confidence, unapologetic, beautiful, and entirely her own. The red carpet moment took on additional significance when photographers and media noted how quiet the 2026 Grammy red carpet felt compared to previous years. Carpenter herself commented that Chappelle Roan had started a movement and whipped the photographers into shape with her previous calls for more respectful media treatment of artists. In this context, Carpenter's serene, confident presence in her flowing white gown felt like a masterclass in red carpet deportment. Later that evening, Carpenter would change into a completely different look for her performance of Manchild. She appeared as a cheeky pilot, wearing a corseted white jacket, matching lace-up booty shorts, knee-high boots, a rhinestone-encrusted scarf, and a pilot's hat bearing the initials SCA for Sabrina Carpenter Airlines. The contrast between her ethereal red carpet look and her playful performance outfit showcased her range as both a fashion icon and an entertainer. Despite her 6 nominations, Carpenter was ultimately shut out at the 2026 Grammys. Kendrick Lamar dominated with 5 wins. Bad Bunny took home 3, including Album of the Year for Debí tirar más fotos, and Billie Eilish won Song of the Year. But in many ways, Carpenter had already won the night with her red carpet presence. The fashion impact extended beyond that single evening. Her choice to wear custom Valentino sparked conversations about supporting legacy fashion houses during transitional periods, about the power of wearing white in a sea of black, and about how young artists can honor fashion history while creating their own moments. Fashion critics immediately began analyzing every detail of the gown, from its construction techniques to its symbolic meaning. The dress represented everything Valentino as a house stood for: romance, craftsmanship, femininity, and the transformative power of beautiful clothes. For For Alessandro Michele, who had taken over as creative director, it was a stunning showcase of his vision for the brand's future while honoring its storied past. Looking ahead, Carpenter's Grammy moment sets the stage for what promised to be an exciting year. She's set to appear in a Muppet Show special on February 4th and is working on a movie musical loosely based on Alice in Wonderland with director Lorene Scafaria and producer Mark Platt. Her transition from Disney star to Grammy-nominated artist to fashion icon feels complete, and this Valentino moment will likely be remembered as a defining image of that transformation. In the end, Sabrina Carpenter's white Valentino gown at the 2026 Grammys was more than just a beautiful dress. It was a tribute to a fashion legend, a statement of artistic confidence, a moment of pure glamour in a complex world, and proof that sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is simply showing up as your most beautiful, authentic self. In a night full of important messages and political statements, Carpenter reminded us that joy, beauty, and celebration have their place too, and in doing so, she created a red carpet moment that will be referenced and remembered for years to come.